Oh man, yet again another roller coaster ride with One Piece 691. Oh, so Vergo still had a little bit more to say in this particular chapter, and Trafalgar Law the Beast was not having it. Oh man, like last chapter we got Law chopping down a freaking mountain. And to be honest, a lot of people argued back and forth whether or not that was just his, brute strength that really pushed that onward or his devil fruit power. It's obvious it was a combination of his devil fruit power if Vergo is still alive, he's still talking and whatnot. That means, it was a combination. But either way, you cannot take away what Trafalgar Law did last chapter, cutting his foe along with an entire mountain in half. That was just epic. And, to see again Vergo talking crap and Law just one more time give him a slash in half and is basically leaving him there to die. Just crazy, really awesome stuff. But it was interesting to note a couple of things that Vergo was saying, telling Smoker, tell him about the deep-rooted things within this world that he don't know about. And, of course, Smoker's not going to say anything because he's loyal to the government and whatnot and to the Navy, the Marines. But it was really interesting, to be honest with you. It was almost as if he wanted him to say a certain secret or something. And that really got me thinking exactly what does he mean as far as Joker. Because he started off saying Joker's past. You don't know Joker's past. You can't replace him just because you got a little name in this new era. And I'm starting to think, Doflamingo, maybe he has more pull than we even think. Because we already know, like, why is constantly Doflamingo has so much say in the underworld and everything, but I think he has more so to do with the royal people, the nobles and whatnot. I think that he definitely has a royal bloodline because first of all we see him rich in a mansion, and last time we seen him, so there's definitely something more to it. Maybe as far as the Tenryubitos, maybe he could control all of them. He has the power as far as rank and whatnot. I'm not exactly sure, but it was really interesting the way Vergo was saying all that, almost as if Vergo joined because he felt hopeless or something. He double-crossed everyone. I'm not exactly sure, but it was really interesting to note that it seems as though Doflamingo has more power than we're even seeing, and there's something more to it. And maybe it has to do with the secrets of, the One Piece world, exactly this deep-rooted thing that Vergo was talking about. Definitely interesting. And then we get another part of the chapter where everyone's running away. Hilarious stuff with Zoro going in the opposite direction. That shit was funny. Like, I love stuff like that. There's little stuff like that Oda throws in that really just puts a smile to my face. Like, that damn Zoro, he's too funny. He never has good direction and whatnot. So, pretty hilarious stuff. Everyone's trying to get out of there. He even runs into Sanji. Sanji's jealous as hell. Put Tashigi-chan down. Hilarious. Definitely, the funny parts of there was definitely there. And it seems as though Mocha might survive because Chopper is there with her. He said he did all he could. I don't know how they're going to plan on getting Mocha out of there because that's a giant kid, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do, but I definitely foresee that Mocha might survive because Chopper really is trying hard, and if she's still being shown, then that means probably Chopper is going to save her life, so that's pretty good. Because I felt bad for the little kid, even though she wasn't shown that long, but I really felt bad for her. And then the final part of this was really freaking epic. It's basically being narrated by Usopp, which was interesting. I like the way Oda did that, because Usopp is with the men, and they starting to notice that, holy shit, Caesar doesn't really care about us, because Caesar's like, I don't care how many of you guinea pigs have to die, I'm the one that's important, none of you matter. Like, Caesar is an evil bastard. He reminds me of, like, so many different One Piece villains kind of combined. Like, he reminds me a little bit of the disgustingness from Horty Jones, but he also reminds me a little bit of Foxy. He's like a combination. He reminds me a little bit of Buggy as well. He can't be put down. So, he just reminds me of a lot of different villains put together, which is awesome. And, Caesar Clown, I definitely enjoy him a lot because he's already been, how many times Luffy has knocked his ass out, and he's still getting back up? And, the way it's narrated, you see that he basically fuses with Shinokune after they open up the vents and everything. And when his men start to realize shit, they're like, oh shit, we're done for, but look, your captain is running away too. And then that's when Usopp starts to narrate things, and he's like, are you kidding me? Don't ever disrespect my captain in front of my face. I loved the way Usopp was saying that. It's like, you don't even know what you're talking about. This is the type of people that Luffy hates the most. Our captain is going to whip his ass. And then you see Caesar combined with the gas, and he just looks like a monstrosity. And then Luffy is gearing up gear third, and he's about to knock him out. He's like, I'm tired of looking at your face. And the way it ends, solid stuff. Definitely got to say, first of all, that the way Oda approached that with having Usopp narrate that was pretty interesting instead of just a typical thing, because we've already seen this particular instance 2 or 3 times, I want to say, where Luffy is going up to Caesar to punch him. So to see it this time, it was like, oh, you know, again. But to have Usopp narrate over it, I thought that was pretty interesting and a little bit different than the previous approaches. This scenario, the whole thing, is definitely reminding me of the end of Thriller Bark in a way, where Moria was kind of like just becoming this big monstrosity or whatever, and with Ora's doing everything, just kind of reminds me like Oda's taking a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and combining it, and he's doing a good job, because I'm honestly like, now Caesar seems like a pretty credible threat. I don't know if Luffy's going to be able to take him down as easily as he's done the previous couple times, where, you know, he punches him and Caesar's out. With this combination with the gas and everything, maybe it might be a little bit more difficult. But also, if Caesar fused with the gas, does that mean once Caesar's gone, the gas will disperse as well? Or will Caesar just become the gas ultimately and stay there, like turn into the stone thing? I think maybe after Caesar's defeated, he might turn into stone, and then they're just going to drag him away, or he might not be useful enough. Something's going to happen as far as that gas maybe immobilizing Caesar, either permanently or temporarily enough for them to capture him and rope him up. Definitely enjoyed this chapter. It's not, of course, as epic as the last one, you know, Law cutting a mountain along with his foe, but still pretty awesome, because he mutilates him at the end. He's like, farewell, Vergo. I believe it was Smoker that said, farewell, pirate Vergo, but either way, chopping him in half, his head, just freaking awesome. And then at the end, we got Luffy versus Caesar, which kind of, again, reminds me of the end of Thriller Bark. And just the way Oda did everything in this chapter, to not repeat himself too much with the whole thing with Luffy about to punch Caesar, he had Usopp narrated, something a little bit different. Also, to see Mocha, that Chopper might have saved her, I like that, because I felt really bad for the kid. A little freaking kid getting put on drugs and all sorts of shit. So to see the way that Chopper might have saved her, I thought that was pretty interesting. And all around, just really solid chapter, really good. Had a couple of laughs with Zoro, you know, with his misdirection, can't really get things together. And everything just is coming full circle. I foresee Caesar being finished within the next few chapters. Luffy might have a little struggle now that he has the Shinokuni all combined with him, but definitely Luffy's going to be able to take him out, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to see it. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think as far as everything's going to go down. Will Caesar be finished pretty soon? Also, what do you think about Doflamingo? What is this whole deep-rooted thing that Vergo was hinting towards and everything? And just your overall thoughts of the chapter. Do you think it was pretty epic that Vergo got his face cut in half this time? He's, you know, going to be left to die after this, so can't wait to see it. Again, thumbs up for this awesomeness of a chapter, you know, with, you got cutting in half, you got Luffy versus Caesar for a final bout. And yeah, I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.